Hello everyone, Yannis Kalafatis here, and together we will learn more about the Mediterranean cuisine and diet. Previously we made a video, the fundamentals of the Mediterranean cuisine, which was broken down to 5 or 6 sectors, and you literally smashed it. I think it has 800 plus views for the moment being, and it keeps going up and up. So basically this will be the beginning of a small educational series where we learn together more about the Mediterranean cuisine, because I am from Greece, which is part of the Mediterranean, because the whole region is literally a very big place. Hopefully in the future we can get some funds and start traveling to the places and cook with locals. That would be an amazing thing, but for the moment being we can only try to educate ourselves with a little bit of research and some books. So today we're gonna have a look at the spices of the Mediterranean region or cuisine, which differ, and a small description of them. But for now I'm a big fan of spices, and I'll show you my collection, which is not finished, but I do not have a lot of space at the moment. In the future hopefully I can finish and have all of the spices I want. Okay, so starting off collection, we will start from down there, and then we've got low, some ready spice, some already mix, some exotic spices. Then we've got our cylinder here that rotates, and there are a lot of different stuff. Let's go back to that one, and then we've got some shelves here that extends into 6 spices each. There are 6 there, another 6, another 6, and then we've got that as well. Obviously salt, pepper, and oil. And lastly I've got some more here in the cupboard that is including is more like dried herbs, and then some teas, and then up there is more like baking stuff and powders, but obviously nothing to do with today's video. Okay, so for the moment we will talk through the spices, and I'll show you what I can at the same time from what I've got here. Some of them I don't have them here, like the mace. We will see. I've made a complete list that they did a lot of research. It took me a lot of hours throughout the day. This list I'll try to either share it in the description or as a file with a link. I will see whatever is the best or easiest for all of us, and I'll share it with you because it's super interesting. So first we've got, by the way I haven't prioritized them, they're randomly placed, because honestly all of them are so important to the whole region and cuisine that you cannot really say this is better or more important than the other. So we'll start from the garlic. Is native to South and Central Asia, is in the genus of Allium, and is very important. What else can I say? It's so commonly used throughout the whole region, everywhere, even worldwide anymore. Then we will go with cinnamon. Is a bushy evergreen tree, and the spice derives from its bark. Most countries use it throughout the region, and you can find beautiful desserts, infusions, drinks, even cocktails, and so much you can do. Let's not forget about the salt. It's still a spice. You can find different kinds of salt. Most common one is the table salt. But obviously we've got like sea salt from different regions, different names. There's so much of it. So chemical is named sodium chloride and is one of the most important organic materials. Then we've got the black pepper. Black pepper is a flowering vine cultivated for its fruit, usually dried and grinded. It originates from India and Asia. Coffee break, very important. I'll let it. Then we've got bay leaf. It's one of my favorites actually for soups and stews. It can be used fresh or dried and can grow in most places in the world, even in the UK. How crazy is that? Allspice is also called Bahari. This is how we call it in Greece. Is very is popular as allspice for some reason, and traditionally dried in the sun, used not only in the Mediterranean region but in other parts of the world, like Jamaica and South America. Is also called pimento or pimenta seeds or myrtle pepper. Then we've got cloves, the aromatic flower buds commonly dried of a tree in the family of Myrtaceae. Native to Maluku Islands, Moluccas, and Indonesia. Cumin, popular for its seeds, dried and then ground or used whole with distinct aromas. Is native to the Irano-Turanian region. Then we've got paprika, another one that I love. It's a spice made from dried and ground red peppers, traditionally made from capsicum annuum varietals in the longum group, including chili peppers. Of course, you can find it smoked, hot, mild, and sweet. Yeah, mainly. Nutmeg. Nutmeg is a seed of several tree species in the genus of Myristica. Myristica. The outer cell of the seed is named mace and can be used as a spice with a similar flavor. Then we've got fennel seeds, which obviously you can use the fennel, but its seeds can be used as spice. The dried seed of the fennel herb, it looks like cumin seed but greener with an aniseed flavor. It has a sweet and warm aroma, usually found in spice mixes such as the Chinese 5 spice powder and Indian pan. Saffron is derived from the flower of Crocus sativus. The vivid crimson stigma and style, called threads, are collected and dried for use as a seasoning or coloring as well. There's a unique variety that can be found in the city of Kozani in Greece and its suburbs, of course. Sumac. It belongs into the cashew family. It grows in subtropical climates except South America. It's used in cooking, dye, and medicine. Turmeric, also named curcuma longa, in Greece we call it curcuma. It belongs to the ginger family and is native to Indian subcontinent and Southeast Asia. Mostly used as a spice and in medicine as well. Coriander not only is a herb, it has some beautiful seeds, and also known as coriander or coriander seeds that we will be talking now. For the herbs, we'll leave it for another video. It's an annual herb. All parts of it are edible, but most commonly the leaves and the seeds. Chili flakes. Most commonly the chili is dried and then is crushed whole and is used as a spice to level up the spiciness. Now we have one of the unique ones. It's called mahlepi. It's a delicious aromatic spice made from the seed kernels of the mahleb cherry. Sometimes it's called mahleb. The cherry stones are cracked to extract the seed kernel. It's brilliant for baking, especially for bread making. Another very unique one is the mastiha. It's a sap that is collected from a particular shrub in the island of Chios in Greece. It's only produced in small quantities. It can be used for medicine, in drinks. It works well with sugar for custards, panna cotta, tarts, and ice creams. If mixed with salt, it works well with marinades, oils, and vinaigrette. It's super sticky though, and never ever use it in a blender. Anise, also called aniseed, the flavor and the aroma of its seeds have similarities with star anise, fennel, licorice, and tarragon. It's native to the eastern Mediterranean region and southwest Asia. And finally we've got vanilla. It's a spice derived from the orchids of the genus Vanilla, obtained from pods of the flat-leaved plant. Pollination is required to make the plant produce a fruit and is sun-dried before sold. Excellent pastry, but also good for oils. Now here we will finish the spices that you can find throughout the whole region, and now we'll go through some areas that they start using, mainly south. They start using spices that you cannot find in the northern countries of the region. So we'll start with Turkey, that they do have Aleppo pepper, is a variety of the capsicum as well, also known as halabi pepper, first ripened to a burgundy color, semi-dried, deseeded, and then finally crushed. Then we'll go through Montenegro, where they have the ashwagandha roots. They usually dry them and they use them as a spice, but it's also important for our health. And then we've got the moringa seeds, commonly used fresh in a soup or can make a very sweet oil. Then we moved into Syria. They have cassia bark, is also named the Chinese cinnamon. It's a different variety of the genus, and they have similar use and taste. There's in some places that I worked, it was a cheap replacement for cinnamon sticks. Cardamom. It's a spice made from the seeds of several plants that have a distinct flavor, native to India. Then we'll move to Israel. Then we've got zatar. I think I'm pronouncing it okay, I hope. It's a general combination of dried oregano, thyme, marjoram, sumac, and toasted sesame seeds, and they're all pounded or grounded all together. Then we've got carob seeds. Is a flavoring evergreen tree or shrub. It's widely cultivated for its edible fruit pods and as an ornamental tree in gardens and landscapes. Then we've got carob powder, is commonly used in desserts and baked goods. Also can be used as a substitute to cocoa powder, and mainly is the seeds dried and crushed. Next we've got hawaids, which is a variety of Yemeni ground spice mixtures used primarily for soups and Yemeni coffee. It also can be used for barbecue. Then we've got baharat. It typically includes black pepper, cardamom, cloves, cumin, nutmeg, coriander, and paprika. Then in Egypt, we've got ginger, which comes originally from Asia, but from the Mediterranean is the country that uses the most. And basically it's a flowering plant whose rhizome, ginger root or ginger is widely used as a spice and a folk medicine. On to Libya, we've got hararat, which is a similar spice to baharat, but it's a different version and is a spice blend of cinnamon, cumin, coriander, chilies and allspice. Then we've got cayenne pepper, which I love a lot. The spice is produced by drying and grinding the orange to deep red fruits, and it derives its piquant flavor from the chemical capsaicin. The name probably comes from its discovery in Cayenne, French Guiana. Then we've got pulbi bear, which is similar to Aleppo. Then into Tunisia. Caraway seeds, also known as Meridian fennel and Persian cumin, with a very unique aroma, native to Western Asia, Europe and South Africa. Fenugreek is an herb coming from the ancient years and is similar to cloves. The seeds taste similar to maple syrup and are used in food and medicine, common in the Indian subcontinent. Lastly, for Tunisia, we've got the grains of paradise, which I don't have 100%. It's a species in the ginger family and closely related to cardamom. It imparts a pungent black pepper-like flavor with hints of citrus. And finally, we've got Algeria, that they use the most mace, which obviously is the outer shell of nutmeg. It has a similar flavor. And just a disclaimer, out of all the information, some of them might differ, or they might be a little bit out of spot. However, I have collected all this information throughout some research I did on Google. I haven't gone through a book or anything, so might be wrong. If it is and you have spotted it, let me know down below. So that was the Mediterranean spices. I hope I didn't forget any, and if I did, let me know down below in the comments. Let me know also which ones you use the most and what are your favorites. And thank you so much for watching and have a beautiful day.